unselfish play. That unselfishness became contagious. Oh, man. Ty Lawson showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
Gallinari with the crossover.
What is up, Nuggets fans? Denver Nuggets fan 2 back here again, here to give you guys my game recap for the Denver Nuggets 117-97 loss to the Portland Trail Blazers in the Rose Garden. Fell to 15-9 with this loss. This was the last game of our back-to-back-to-back. This was our second one of the year and our last one of the year, so it was good to get this out of the way. We will now have no more back-to-back-to-backs on our schedule, but definitely fatigue played a big part in this game, and Portland just took it to us, outshot us, and we suffered another tough loss here to the Portland Trail Blazers. Overall, we had a pretty tough shooting night. We were 44% from the field, but only 23% from the three-point line and 92% from the free throw line. You like seeing us hit our free throws. I thought we did a good job early on of getting to the foul line and being aggressive offensively, but once again, as we got tired and as the game wore on, we just decided to try to outshoot Portland, which obviously didn't work in this game. For the Blazers, they shot phenomenal. They're 53% from the field, 45% from the three-point line, 83% from the free throw line. They were unconscious from outside in this game, mainly Nicholas Batum. I think he hit a Portland Trail Blazers franchise record of 9 threes. And defensively, we just looked lost. We were terrible on our rotations, and it led to a lot of wide-open looks for the Portland Trail Blazers here in this game. Looking at some of the good things we did, there wasn't much. We did have 48 points in the paint. Once again, though, a lot of those came in the first half. I thought in the second half we just decided to just throw up threes and pray that they went in and tried to keep up with Portland that way instead of forcing the issue offensively. We didn't do a good job of that, and it hurt us. We did have 19 fast break points. At times we did a good job of outrunning Portland, but I thought for the most part Portland dictated the pace of this game and ran us out of the building, which was a shame to see. But obviously fatigue had a lot to do with that. We did have 8 steals. In this game, you like seeing that, and 12 offensive rebounds. I thought the effort on the glass, mainly by Kosta Koufos and Gallo on the offensive glass, was good to see. But for the most part, this was just a bad outing for us. We were tired, and we got our butts kicked here by the Trailblazers. Looking at the bad things we did in this game, defensively, probably one of our worst outings of the year, to give up 117 points to the Blazers. You don't like seeing that. They hit 15 threes. I just thought we looked lost on our rotations and looked lost defensively. There was no communication. A bunch of guys standing around looking at each other, looking for an answer from one another, and just looked lost. I mean, our rotations were extremely late, led to a ton of open threes, especially for Nicholas Batum. And for some reason, the switches were not good in this game. Like I said, a lot of lack of communication by the Nuggets here in this game really hurt us. We gave up 10 offensive rebounds. Marcus Camby killed us on the glass, especially the offensive glass led to a lot of second chance point opportunities for the Pacers. We had only 17 assists. I thought the ball movement was terrible. It was good early on, but as the game wore on, it was awful. I mean, we're a team that averages 25, 24 assists a game, best in the league. You only get 17. Can't expect to beat a team that way. We had 17 turnovers. You can't commit turnovers on the road and expect to win and beat a great team like Portland, and arguably the toughest place to play in the NBA. That led to 24 points off of turnovers for the Blazers here, and that really killed us. They did a good job of forcing turnovers, then getting out on the break and just outrunning us and taking advantage of our fatigue. Portland had 11 steals. They're pretty good defensively as well. They're pretty active all game. They had 15 fast break points, like I said. They were just really taking advantage of us being on a back-to-back-to-back, and were running us out of the building at times in this game. We were outscored 58-44 in the second half. That's really where we lose it. We got down big in the first half, but battled back at the end of the second quarter to cut it to a 6-point game, and we're right there, right in the game. We're being aggressive, attacking offensively, playing better defense, but in the second half we just gassed and just didn't play well, and you get outscored by 14. That's why you end up losing by 20. That really hurt us. Here we took 22 threes. Like I said, we tried out shooting a hot team on the road. You can't do that. The shot selection down the stretch was terrible, and everyone decided to just be a three-point shooter. No one attacking the rim, no one forcing the issue offensively, and a bunch of guys standing around. And Portland had 30 assists. Like I said, their ball movement was great. They took advantage of our rotations being so lackluster and late, and they shot the lights out here, and their offensive execution was great, and they utilized a lot better ball movement than us, and it made them a lot more effective and dangerous offensively than the Nuggets in this game. We're going to have some individual performance for us. Got to start with Danilo Gallinari. I thought Gallo, for the most part, played well. He finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, with 7 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Had 12 or 14 points in the first quarter. I thought he did a great job of attacking the basket. Had a great end one in the first quarter. Did a great job of finishing at the rim and forcing the issue offensively, being aggressive and being our go-to guy offensively in the first quarter, but just disappeared in the second half. I'm not sure if it's, he got tired or what it is, but he went back to the way he's been playing as of late, and that's when he's just been settling for threes, not attacking. He did a great job of attacking and being aggressive in the first quarter, but then decided to go back to old ways as of late and shoot a bunch of threes. And honestly, Gallo missed a lot of easy shots that he's normally going to hit. He finished with 20 points in this game, but he probably should have had at least 30. I mean, he missed a couple open threes, but I just thought he kind of disappeared late again and wanted to become a three-point shooter instead of doing what was getting him so many easy buckets in the first quarter, and that's him attacking off the dribble. Didn't do a good job of that. Kosta Koufos was great, filling in for Mozgov. He finished with a double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds, and a steal. Was 7-11 from the field, 2-2 from the free throw line. Just played physical basketball all night. I thought he was one of the few guys on our team that played physical. I thought a lot of our guys shied away from that, and he can't do that against Portland. One of Portland's biggest weaknesses is they're a soft team. You got to be physical with them. They don't like it. I mean, there was times in this game where Brewer played real physical on Batum, and Batum disappeared. Same with Harrington on Aldridge. Scott Hastings pointed that out in the broadcast. But not a lot of our team was being physical at all, but Koufos was, and I thought he was pretty effective in this game. Got a couple offensive rebounds, played with great effort, did a good job of running the floor, and just hanging around the rim and getting easy buckets underneath. And I thought our Ty Lawson, our team, did a great job of feeding him inside and getting him those easy layups and dunks, and he was great on the glass. I would love to see him get more minutes. He's one of our few guys that plays with great physicality and intensity for 48 minutes, and I thought he had a phenomenal game. Was very impressed and very pleased with the way Koufos performed here. Lawson finished with 16 points as well to go along with 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Did have 4 turnovers. Thought he ate Raymond Felton up all game. Felton did go out of this game, but while he was in there, Ty was killing him. Ty finished 7 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. In the first half, did a good job of getting to the rim, knocked down a couple jump shots. Was picking up the tempo and got in a little bit of a rhythm offensively, which is what Ty needs to do, especially as a shooter. He's more of a rhythm shooter at this point in his career. But like Gallo in the second half, just decided to start forcing up shots and really wasn't as effective. Had way too many turnovers for some reason, kept getting stripped of the ball when he got into the lane, and just costly plays on Ty's part that hurt us here in this game. And Brewer, also was solid. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. Was 4-10 from the field, 0-1 from the three-point line, 6-7 from the free throw line. Like Koufos, was one of the few guys playing with physicality and intensity all game. I thought Brewer's energy was great. Was great defensively. Did a good job on Batum when he was out there and playing physical with him. Like I said, Batum kind of disappeared when Brewer was out there. Did a great job of running the floor, being aggressive, attacked the rim all night, and did a good job affecting the game with his defense, 2 steals and a block. And I was playing with a heavy heart in this game. I believe Corey Brewer's dad actually just passed away, so I want to send my prayers out to Corey Brewer and his family for his loss. It's terrible. It's terrible for anyone to die, let alone someone's dad. So prayers and thoughts are with Corey Brewer and his family. And thought he was great. Was one of the few guys that played with a bunch of energy all game here against the Trailblazers. And lastly, for us, Nene and Aflalo continued to disappoint and play bad. They combined for only 4 points. Yes, 2 of our starters combined for only 4 points, 4 rebounds. They were shot combined 1 of 10 from the field and 0 of 2 from the three-point line. Nene disappeared. Camby was physical with him, and Nene backed down. Once again, Nene's playing soft. Really hasn't lived up to his contract this year. That big extension we gave him in the offseason hasn't played up to it, and really the past several games has disappeared. And same with Aflalo. Aflalo just doesn't have his legs underneath him. He's lacking some confidence offensively. His D's been good per usual, but is not effective at all offensively. He's playing terrible. I mean, they both are playing awful right now, and they disappeared in this game. Were non-existent. Their shots both look flat, and they both shied away here in this game. And, neither guy was aggressive, and it hurt us. And both guys were just not good at all. So really hurt us. 2 of your main guys not playing well. On the road against a good team like Portland, can't expect to win when those guys, both only combined with 4 points. Not acceptable here against the Blazers. Portland, Batum led the way. Obviously, he finished with 33 points, 3 steals in the block, was pretty good defensively. Shot 11 of 19 from the field and 9 of 15 from the three-point line. Just took advantage of bad rotations on our part. Batum's a great shooter, and our rotations were late. As I mentioned, we looked lost defensively, and basically every single one of Batum's threes that he hit were all wide open, were good looks, and he took advantage of it. Not much more you can really say. Beat us with the three ball. I mean, 27 of his points came off, the three-point shot, and just left a good shooter open, and he took advantage of it, and defensively did a pretty good job. Aldridge finished with 29 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Was 13 of 18 from the field. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Just hit a couple tough shots in this game and got to the rim a little too easily. Really dominated in the post here, and none of our bigs did anything to stop him or contain him. Wallace finished with 17 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists, but it was only 8 of 17 from the field, 1 of 6 from the three-point line. Did a good job of running the floor. I thought Gallo was outplaying him though for the most part all game. Gallo did a good job of forcing Wallace into becoming a jump shooter, which he's not really good at. I mean, he took 6 3-point shots in this game. I'll live with that all day as a Nuggets fan. When we're playing the Blazers, if Wallace is staying out of the paint and he wants to be a jump shooter, that's fine with me, but he still was effective. And lastly, Marcus Camby had 4 points, 20 rebounds, 7 of which were offensive rebounds, 2 steals and 2 blocks for the Blazers, and he also shot 2 of 6 from the field. Thought defensively was phenomenal, and Nene did a great job affecting the game with his defense. Had a couple tip-ins here in this game and was great on the offensive glass. Had 7 offensive rebounds by himself, 20 total. I mean, no one on our team and none of our bigs and no one in our front line matched his energy or intensity, and it hurt us. So tough loss for us. One of our worst performances. I think we were definitely gassed and fatigued, and that has some to do with our poor performance. But just all in all, could have played a lot better, and just suffered another tough loss to Portland, who's kind of had our number this year. But I tell you what, I don't think that team is very tough. I think they're soft, and I don't think they're 20 points better than us. I just think they took advantage of us being pretty tired and a lack of execution for us down the stretch. So another tough loss for the Nuggets. We're kind of in a rut now. We moved to 15-9 with this loss. We got a tough Houston Rockets team coming into our building tonight. Got to get back on the winning track here tonight and just focus on beating Houston. We're really going to see where this team's at mentally right now if we can come out and have a good performance against a stingy, tough Houston Rocket team. So hopefully we can. Hopefully we can have a good game. It looks like Kenneth Faried and Julian Stone are going to start because of Flalo and Nene hurt. So hopefully they can give us some contributions here in this game, and we can come out with a much needed win, because right now we're in a rut and we're really struggling. So that's it for me, guys. Hoping for a W tonight. And as always, go Nuggets.